Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So today I'm going to talk about history of St. Patrick's Day, and then after that, I'm going to do a St. Patrick's trivia. So, when was St. Patrick's Day first celebrated? By the end of the 7th century, St. Patrick had become a legendary figure and was venerated as a saint. Although he was never formally canonized, legends around St. Patrick, which are still told today, include the story that he drove the snakes off Ireland into the sea to their destruction, supposedly after they began attacking him during a 40-day fast. Natural historians have suggested that there is no evidence of snakes having ever existed in Ireland, as the country was too cold during the Ice Age for reptiles to survive, though of course many have highlighted the metaphorical link between the snakes of the legend and the patriot's promotion of the Christian faith. It wasn't until the 1630s that 17th March would be March 17th, the traditional day of St. Patrick's death, was added to the Catholic breviary, a book of prayers, as the feast of St. Patrick's. By the late 17th century, Irish people were celebrating the day by wearing crosses, ribbons, or shamrocks, the latter which St. Patrick's used to coin tradition to explain the concept of the Holy Trinity to a believer by showing him the three-leaf plant with one stalk, which would be the three-leaf clover. Why is St. Patrick's Day linked with the color green and the shamrock? Though green dominates the celebration today, it was the color blue, a shade known as St. Patrick's blue, that was first associated with the saint. The earliest descriptions of St. Patrick show him in blue garments, and the color also appears on ancient Irish flags. In 1541, when King Henry VIII was declared the first English king of Ireland, he used a gold Irish harp on a blue flag for the Irish coat of arms. The blue shade also appears on the 18th century order of St. Patrick's and older of archives created by George III. As the blue symbols became more associated with English rule, green grew in popularity as a symbol of rebellion. During the 1798 Irish rebellions, the shamrock became a symbol of the nationalism, and the wearing of the green on labels became regular practice. When was St. Patrick's Day first celebrated? Although St. Patrick was venerated as a saint in Ireland from the 7th century, he was never formally canonized. It wasn't until the 1630s that 17th March, traditional day of his death, was added to the Catholic breviary book of prayers as the feast of St. Patrick's. These early celebrations of St. Patrick's Day in Ireland were relative low-key affairs. It took immigrants, particularly to American, to become the traditions of St. Patrick's Day into the largely secular celebration commonly marked by boisterous revelry across the world. The large events we see across the world today with their banners and music can be traced their roots back to New York in 1762, when the Irish soldiers in the British Army marched to St. Patrick's Day celebration with their band playing and their regiment colors flying. Where did early American St. Patrick's Day parades expressions of Irish nationalism? Instantly, they were dominated by Protestants loyal to Britain. It was only after American independence, the suppressions of the 1798 Irish Rebellion, and the flood of Irish Catholic immigrants into America in the mid-19th century that the ethos changed. There was also a change in color as blue, traditionally associated with St. Patrick, was gradually replaced with the Irish green that defines the event today. When did the first St. Patrick's Day parade take place? The first parade was long been believed to be a small celebration by Irish colonists held in Boston, Massachusetts in 1737. However, in 2018, historian J. Michael Francis of the University of South Florida found evidence to suggest that in March of 1601, residents of St. Augustine in Spanish Florida gathered together and processed through the city streets in honor of St. Patrick's, who seems to have served as the official protector of the city's maize fields. In 2008, St. Patrick's Day religious celebration in Ireland were moved forward to 2 days to March 15th, because March 17, 2008, fell on the second day of Easter week, a celebration which takes priority over any other feast days. In 1940, the religious celebration of St. Patrick's Day were also moved when the day clashed with Palm Sunday. However, secular celebrations usually take place on March 17th regardless. Why is corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes the traditional fare of St. Patrick's Day? When he was inaugurated on March 4th, 1861, the 16th President of the United States chose a meal of mock turtle soup, followed by corned beef and cabbage, a dish traditionally associated with St. Patrick's Day feasting. Beef was not traditionally an Irish dish. It was under British rule that the cow came to be farmed for meat. In the era of colonial rule, beef's prohibitive cut in Ireland meant that it became symbolized with the well-fed British aristocracy and the middle class. Later, with the invention of corned beef in the 17th century, and the corn did not refer to corn kernels, but to the kernel-sized salt crystals used to curdle the beef. It was Ireland's substantially lower salt tax, and not the beef itself, that eliminated the reputation as an Irish export. As large numbers of settlers moved to America and gained greater prosperity, beef was back on the menu, and once Irish Americans popularized St. Patrick's Day as a celebration, the corned beef and cabbage of their ancestors became the traditional fare of the day. So how many of you guys eat corned beef and hash or have tried it? Have you guys, Modesto, have you guys tried it? Corned beef and hash?
No.
Nick hasn't here at Modesto. I haven't. Christina said no.
Yeah.
Why does Chicago turn its river green during St. Patrick's Day, and when did it start? The city of Chicago celebrates St. Patrick's Day in 2012 with the traditional of dyeing its river green. The city of Chicago, Illinois, has colored rivers green to mark the holiday since 1962. In 1961, sanitation workers realized that the green vegetable dye they used to check for dump sewage could double as St. Patrick's Day decoration. And so a tradition was born. It reportedly takes 40 pounds of dye to achieve the arrogant hue, while the color can last anything from a few hours to 2 days. Meanwhile, the Caribbean island of Montserrat stages its own celebration that lasts between a week and 10 days each year, culminating both the island's Irish settler history. In 1678, more than half of the Caribbean islands' white population was Irish Catholic, including laborers and plantation owners, and also an unsuccessful slave uprising that occurred on March 17, 1768. The honor of the Shoulders Parade is held by Hot Springs, Arkansas, which travels over just 98 feet, while the town of New London in Wisconsin population of 7,000, changes its town name to New Dublin for St. Patrick's Day, and attracts more than 30,000 visitors each year. So, now, are you guys ready to do the trivia? Sherlock, are you ready? Nadette,
Yes.
are you ready? Okay, here's the first question. Of which country is St. Patrick's the patron of saints? So what country?
Ireland.
Very good. Yes, Ireland. Next question. Where and when was the first St. Patty's Day parade in the United States? No, it's the 17th. But what city? No,
Philadelphia.
you're close. It's in that area. But it's not Philadelphia. It's the capital of Boston. I just gave the answer. Boston. 1337. I'm going to say Massachusetts. Sorry. Next question. According to Irish lore, what did St. Patrick's drive out of Ireland? Yes, snakes. Next question. Why are green shamrocks introduced around St. Patrick's Day?
Represents good luck.
Well, yeah. But what you said earlier,
Pagan.
like the whole Trinity.
Celtic.
Yes, the chocolate, yes. What are the odds? Next question. What are the odds of finding a four-leaf clover?
Not that good.
I found one.
One in a million.
It's one, go less than a million.
Less than one.
Well, 1 in 10,000. It's
Do
hard.
they grow in the grass with the other shamrocks?
Yes.
So you really have to search for them?
You really have to search for them. Like, I don't know why I was doing it one day in my mom's front yard. And I guess my kids were looking, so I started looking for them and I found one.
Good luck.
I don't remember. That's quite a few years ago. So, yeah. I have it like put in a book at my mom's house, if the book's still there. Next question. What does the circle at the very center of the Salta cross represent?
I think the Catholic Church, but I don't know.
The circle?
Yes. The circle. It's some, I'll give you guys a clue. It's something that shines outside.
The sun.
Yes. What city, next question, what city has had a huge St. Patrick's Day celebration since 1813? Oh, it's a city in Georgia. And it, huh? And it could be a girl's name.
Ooh, I know.
No. Yes, Savannah, yes. I'm giving you guys clues on these. I wouldn't know him if someone asked me these questions. Next question. How many people visit New York St. Patrick's Cathedral each year? These are hard. You guys can guess any question, any answer. Huh? What? One more than that.
2 million.
More.
3.
More.
5.
5.5 million. Okay, here's one you guys should know. Where was the real St. Patrick's born? Oh, yeah,
1968.
in Britain. So you were right there.
I thought you said,
No, where was he really born in Britain? Let's see. Okay, How many pounds of green vegetable dye are used to turn the Chicago River green? Now, how many pounds?
I don't know, 3.
More than that. I guess the Chicago River is pretty big, so it'd be more than 3 pounds of green and vegetable dye.
2 or 3 tons.
40 pounds. So this question, next question goes to the one I just read. What city does its river green every St. Patrick's Day? I just said on the last question, how many pounds of green vegetable dye are used to turn this river green? I had said on the first one. How many pounds of green vegetable dye are now used to turn Chicago River green? So, yes, Chicago. Let's see. What is the national flower or emblem of Ireland? They're hanging our ceilings. What's another word for it? Yes, shamrock. What is the staple at many St. Patrick's celebration in America? So what do people eat on St. Patrick's Day? What else? Yes, corned beef and cabbage.
Cabbage,
And
corned beef.
yes. And that is it of the questions that you guys would possibly know, because all these you guys would not know and I could not give a clue to. Oh, here's one. I don't know if you guys would know. How do leprechauns earn their gold? So how do they earn their gold? I never do this. What? What do you think, Cliff? Mending and making and mending shoes. I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess they made shoes. Let's see. What is another term used for Ireland? What is another term used for Ireland? Yes. The Emerald Isle. How many days does Dublin's annual St. Patrick's Day festival last?
3 to 4 days.
4 days. 4 days. And they really celebrate. And okay, up until the 1970s, pubs were closed in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. What place was the one exception? Huh? Beer vendors were allowed at the first National Dog Show, which was always held on St. Patrick's Day. Did not know that. No, up until 1970s, pubs were closed in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. What place was the one exception? There was only one place that was open on St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. Did that one. Did that one.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't even asked him.
Okay, what year did St. Patrick's Day switch over from its strictly holy day for Catholics to an official Irish public holiday? So what year? Good. So what year did they switch? And from the strictly holy day for Catholics to an official Irish public holiday. Which year?
1640.
I thought that's.
Higher. Higher. More higher, more higher. Think of 19 something,
23.
lower, 1903. Later than that. And that is it that I have, you guys.
What did we do so far?
Huh?
How are we doing so far in this trivia test?
You answered pretty good. I would never have gotten them. Those were hard.
Did you know that leprechauns are fairies?
Oh,
There's no such thing as leprechauns.
They're considered a fairy.
who says there's no such thing as leprechauns?
There aren't,
They're
but
not. But
There's fairies.
people put.
in the stories, they're considered fairies.
Mhm.
And there's no female leprechauns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they're short little people.
And they're sneaky.
Yes. Because they want
All right.
the gold. Hey, now.